I've got a question for you. Are you getting the results that you want to out of your blog? Are you getting traffic, subscribers, clients, and credibility? If you ever feel uncertain about how your blog fits into your overall business marketing plan, not sure what to write about or how to figure out what your readers want, frustrated at the lack of traffic or comments on your blog, or at a loss for what to do next after you've hit publish so that you can get your post out there and promote it, or if you're wondering if blogging is really worth it, imagine if you could feel this way instead, confident that you've got a direction and plan for your blog, excited about blogging, knowing that your new post will get traffic, comments, and shares, and proud of your blog because you know your content is top-notch and is building your credibility. I understand how you might feel. I was there. My blog was useless and lifeless. A couple of years ago, I was posting to my blog weekly, putting out good content, doing what I had read I needed to do to build a good blog. But nothing was happening. I wasn't getting traffic, I wasn't getting subscribers, and I certainly wasn't building credibility because no one was reading my blog. You know, the things that a good blog is supposed to do. My comment section was so empty, I could hear that quiet whir of the server and the squeaking of cyberspace mice. It was so frustrating. I saw other bloggers getting comments, getting shared all over social networks, and secretly, I knew that I had just as much to offer as they did. It was disheartening, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Then it began to change, and my blog started to come to life. Slowly, I had started to crack the code and get traffic, subscribers, and comments. It was exciting. I realized I had 3 separate problems that I needed to fix. Number 1, I didn't have a solid foundation in place for my blog. I didn't have a clearly expressed purpose, a mission. I didn't know who I was trying to attract to my blog. That's a big problem. The second thing I had to fix was that I was creating content without my voice in it, and without understanding the psychology behind getting people to share and comment. The third problem was that I didn't know how to get off my own blog and out there to promote it consistently without spending hours and hours a day or coming across pushy. I spent a lot of time, energy, and money finding these answers to get things right on my blog. And between you, me, and the fairies hanging on my wall, the first few comments I got on my blog had me dancing around in my chair and hearing the Alleluia chorus playing in my head. It was exciting because I saw things were starting to happen. Fast forward to now, and I regularly get comments, social network shares, and interaction on my blog. My blog is building my credibility, and it's giving me a platform to get out there for my business and to do what I feel like I'm supposed to do in life, which is help other entrepreneurs and small business owners succeed. I changed my blog from something that was just a drain on my time and energy to something that is exciting for me to put time into and create content for. That's how I know that I can help you launch your blog and get it out there working for you, helping your tribe and making a difference. This course is not based on someone else's product that I've licensed, or PLR, or content that I bought, or how to ghostwrite and create. And I'm not knocking those methods because I've used all 3 successfully. They can be a very smart approach. But this particular workshop is different because I created it as someone who has been there and done that. I can tell you what plugins work and what don't because I've tested them for myself and for my clients. I can tell you what strategies bombed and what got me results. And because I've spent the last several years studying marketing, and 18 years before that studying website design, building websites, and managing servers, I have a very deep base of knowledge to draw from that I can put to work for you through this workshop. So let's fix your blogging problems together with the Launch Your Blog workshop. I want to invite you to join me for this 6-module group mentoring program that starts February 6th, where I walk you through how to take your blog from where it's at and transform it into a credibility building, traffic attracting tool. Don't struggle on your own anymore. Let me help you find the right solutions and put the keys in place to getting your blog working for you. I hope to see you Monday, February 6th in the Launch Your Blog workshop. This is a 6-week group program where on Monday you get access to a module that you watch on your computer. You get a checklist that you can go through then and implement what you've learned. And then later in the week, we have a live Q&A call where you can come and bring your questions and get them answered. So here's what we cover each week. Week 1, the nuts and bolts to get your foundation right. I see a lot of bloggers get tripped up here because they don't have anyone to help them with the technical questions and the basic setup. So in week 1, we cover how WordPress should be set up. Things like the general settings, the reading, the writing settings, permalinks, all those screens that might be a little bit confusing for you. I'll go over those page by page, show you what your settings should be, where your settings might be different than mine, what mine are, and explain those to you. We'll go over theme choices. How do you know what theme is best for your type of blog? Where should you be looking for those? I'll share with you free and premium themes that you can look at that may be a great fit for you. We'll also talk about tweaks to your theme. Things like what should be in your sidebar, what goes at the top, how should you organize that, what do you need at the bottom of your pages. We'll talk about pages that are absolutely essential to have on your blog, the legal stuff that you need to have in place to protect yourself and your website. So all the nuts and bolts to get that solid foundation in place so that you can be confident with your blog. In week 2, we'll cover what I like to call the awesome stuff, which means getting you all hooked up with social media, encouraging sharing and interaction on your blog, and how to add things like audio and video to your blog, how to find and add images that you have the legal permission to use. We go over all of that in week 2, and I share with you my best sources for where I find and create my images and how I add audio and video. In week 3, we talk about how to create your content and a plan. If there's one thing that I could tell you to make your blogging easier, it's create a blogging calendar. Have a plan in place and know what content you're going to share. This makes everything else easier. So in week 3, we go over what should be in your content plan. How can you brainstorm ideas that you can write about and that your community wants to read about? How can you blog when you've only got 10 or 15 minutes? There are strategies that work for this. And how to share other people's content the right way, because you can use other people's content to help build your credibility, build your blog, build your platform. And we'll create a blogging calendar. I'll show you a copy of my blogging calendar for whatever month it is so you can see how I put my content in there. In week 4, we'll go over community building, defining and finding your community. Who is it that is a perfect fit to be reading your blog, and where can you find them? Because if you want readers, you've got to get out there and get in front of them. So where is it that you can get in front of them? We'll talk about how to get comments, little tweaks that can make a big difference in whether people respond to your content. We'll go over how to use RSS and email subscriptions to get your visitors coming back. I'll show you the technical side. How do you set that up? What does RSS mean? And then we'll also go over how to get people to subscribe. We'll talk about how to get your stuff shared on Facebook and Twitter. What is it that gets people to share content? In Module 5, all about driving traffic. There's 2 parts to this module. One is a webinar with 101 ways to drive traffic to your blog, and then how to choose which ones are right for you, how to create a plan to promote each post, how to create a plan for your overall blog promotion. We'll also talk about how to get off your own blog and out there with guest posting, and how to use commenting to get traffic back to your blog. Lots of ideas in that module so that you can create a plan that will work for your blog, for what you like to do and what you enjoy. We'll use that to build a traffic plan. And then in the final week, week 6, I share with you how to stand out and get noticed. We start with getting your ducks in a row. What do you need to have ready? What does your website need to have on it? And then we'll talk about how to build links and get recognized in your niche. How to repurpose your content to reach more people, get in front of a bigger crowd, and how to really put yourself out there in front of your crowd so that you can stand out and get noticed, build credibility, and use your blog as a platform to get more clients for your business and get noticed. Why am I spilling all these secrets to my blogging success? Because I've spent hours figuring this out for my own business blog, and I want to save you from that learning curve. So join me for the Launch Your Blog workshop.